Bienvenidos. Welcome to the Friday podcast with your host, Chris Chaos, in the building. It is Friday. Happy Friday. Definitely needed the weekend to be now. But yeah, man, I am very happy with the fans. I don't want to even call them fans, just people who support by following. A lot of my viewers, most viewers, they're not subscribed. But to the ones that are subscribed, thank y'all. And to the viewers, thank y'all as well. Commenters, I really appreciate it. It's pretty lame to say, but I mean, it's true. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Man, have y'all seen that new, Mario fucking trailer? That shit was tight. I watched it like 3 times. Showed my son in the morning. It's funny. It's crunk. It looks way better than the one from when I was a kid. Like, I think the writing is probably gonna be better. Chris Pratt, shout out to the Patriot. Charlie Daze, shout out to Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's cool seeing those dudes get stuff. Like Glenn Howerton, the one who plays Dennis, he's gonna be, I don't know the dude's name, the main dude from Scooby-Doo, the group leader. It's gonna be Glenn Howerton. And then of course, Rob McElhenney has another show on Apple TV called Mythic Quest, and he also just bought a soccer team with Ryan Reynolds for some reason. I mean, fucking more power to him. And so that's cool. And he's married to Dee from the show, and Charlie's married to the waitress. So it's cool to see them, good friends, doing good shit. It's cool to see like people who are humble in Hollywood be successful. Because even though they're not anymore, it does feel like they're the little guys, the outcasts. And then Chris Pratt, you know, people hate on him just for some of his beliefs, you know, which is kind of crazy. Cray. Also, damn, what was the other news? There was another news thing about some movie or something that I was gonna say. I can't think of. I lost it. So it's October. Officially fall, but you know I'm in Texas, so it's still like fucking hot in the daytime. Been cleaning. I had the day off because it's fair day. Thank God for Texas, man, that we have a fucking fair day in elementary school. I mean, in school, in public school district system, because that's dope, and you know it's well earned for the kids and the teachers. This 5-day work week is for the birds, but we got to do it. And just to make it better, you know, go for your dreams, your hobbies, your do like Londrell said in one song. He said, "Have fun, and the funds will come." And you do gotta stay focused, but you know, like so. I work in a highly stressful job, and I've been trying to stay cool in the moment, and it is tough. And I know it's like that in most jobs. I mean, the system is designed for high stress levels, and conquering that is. But the system is designed like that. But it's humanity has kind of always been high stress levels, because then you go back and it's always been about survival, and survival is like fight or flight, hunting, you know, fighting other tribes and shit. So I mean, even though it is like, you know, life is can be a BI word, but a BI, but it also depends on how you treat it. So taking stuff in stride and not personal and being like water. I mean, that's what I'm trying to achieve on a daily. I'm trying not to go crazy. Sometimes life can get hazy. Sometimes I have to get blazy. So Inktober started. Follow my Instagram at ChrisChaos214. But I'll give y'all like a little preview. Well, these have already been released. Oh man, shout out to my job because we got like everybody that works there got a $100 Michael's gift card. And which is pretty fucking amazing. And I got some Sharpies, some Sharpie pens. Got my son some Sharpies. Got my son he got a little sketchbook, and I got this sketchbook. We got some stickers and shit. And I still got some money on there. So like, I don't know if I showed any of these. These are some of the stickers. They're Night Bright. Oh shit! I'm gonna have to block my phone number. Fuck. But anyway, let me just show you the Inktober one. So that's the first one. It's me trying to be Super Saiyan. Really focused on the lettering, which most people don't. But I like letters and numbers and shit. And then, so during this time, I'm not even thinking about the prompts. I forget that there's prompts. So I'm like, well, this is gonna be tough. But then, so first, I don't even add the bat stuff until I read the bat prompt. And then I'm like, turn into a bat. This is kind of controversial, maybe? I don't know, it's just trippy shit. So then I was like, oh, the prompts. Scallop was Inktober day 4th. So I drew a scallop. And then flame, again, focusing a lot on the wording. This one I did a little less. This one was bouquet. And my homegirl on Facebook said that she wanted, like, it would be cool to turn this into like a real life, like a physical version of it. And that would be amazing one day to like make toys out of drawings. So the one that comes out today that I need to finish, which I'm almost actually finished, Trip. And I've been seeing people's like pictures, and most of them are like take a trip like on a plane. But I decided to go a different route. And I don't know what the next one is. But yeah, man. Let me. This episode is brought to you by water. We need it not to die. Most of our body's made of it. Most of the world is made of it. Almost everything needs it. Whew. It's cold. Drove. Slowed. Cruising down the wood brick road. Like the damn what toad. Tripping. Dipping. Sliding, but I ain't slipping. Homie, what you come with? Alright, let's see. Have you ever had to go to court to testify? And if so, what for? Testify? Testify? A student showed me how to make this in class. Well, I think I kind of figured it out, but it was dope. And I had just recently learned about a little more about the cross and its symbolism. I was kind of into it. Shout out to the iPod, baby. Please go subscribe, like, and share the iPods channel. It's in the description. I fucking love it. If you like this, you'll love that. It was a weird sign. I'm not trying to do it like a weird. You'll love it. I don't know. I get this from my mom. She always uses her hands to talk, so I use my hands to talk. Use my hands to talk. Use my hands to walk. Not really. Ha ha. Testify. Not really. I mean, me and my son's mom are really cool now, but when we were younger, we went to court to make an agreement, to solidify an agreement of visitation and all that stuff because me and her weren't getting along. Are you more worried about doing things right or doing the right things? Oh shit. Doing things right or doing the right things, definitely. If I do things, because what is doing things right or wrong? That's, everybody has their own way to do things. But to do the right thing usually has a good outcome, if I'm not mistaken. Because it's good intent. What is the worst type of case for you to be on a jury where you would not be impartial? I don't want to get cancelado. Let me think. If it was like a single, like if it was like a certain situation, I don't know. I think I could be impartial in anything. I think, unless it was like a personal, like if they hurt somebody that I know. The worst type of case, yeah, somebody if they hurt somebody I know, I'm not gonna be impartial for them. I don't think. I don't even think they would let me be on the jury though. Do you believe in the term "mother knows best"? Believe in the term. Is that a term or a saying? Because a term is not. I think that's a saying. Mother knows best. Nah, I mean it depends on whose mother. Even mothers, they, you know, when you're a kid, I was thinking about this the other day. When you're a kid, mothers are like superheroes. Like they're like the best person in the world. You always want to be with them. You want to live with them. You want to sleep with them. You want to play with them. You want to watch movies with them. Eat with them. You love your mom. And then you get older and you realize, oh, your mom's also like a chick. And chicks sometimes are emotional, which is fine. But then you start to see, oh, dad knows some shit too. Now I see why dad's a fucking asshole. Nah, just kidding. I don't know. Who is your favorite movie action hero? Yo, I'm not a big John Wick fan. Action movie. So this is not sci-fi. So this is not like action movie hero. It's kind of lame to say a Marvel movie. Action movie hero. Action movie hero. Definitely not Robert De Niro. It can't be Al Pacino. Maybe Chris Hemsworth. No, Chris Pratt. Shout out to fucking The Patriot, man. What is one thing you can get in your hometown that you can't get anywhere else? I mean, certain foods, because there's family-owned restaurants. I can't get certain love because my family's not, because my son and my most immediate family lives in my hometown, so that's something that only my hometown can provide. But if you're talking about like stores and shit, I think like there's certain taco shops in DTX that are amazing. How important, but I'm sure there's amazing spots in every city, so. What can I, oh, Dallas Cowboys tickets, I guess, but I don't even want them. What can I get in my city that I can't get somewhere else? I don't know, man. Sorry. I don't even know if the mic picked that up. Last time I don't think it picked it up. How important are looks in someone when you're, how important are looks in someone you're in a relationship with? I mean, is it not, it's not the reason for attraction, first interaction. Attraction from the first interaction, because what I'm thinking, I was going to say at first sight, but some people don't, some people can't see. So with their first interaction. Um, what is the point of that if not to spark something? Now, of course, that can only get so far. You need that deeper connection. But I think it's important, especially to keep the love alive and the spark. Not necessarily love, because love can always be there, but the spark, that excited feeling. So you want to look good for her too, right? I want to look good for whoever I'm gonna be with. So I would want her to try to look, like I'm not gonna judge her. Like I don't care if she doesn't do her makeup or do her nails or. It's a lot of things that I don't. But that's just me though. Yeah. Let's see. What freedom do you feel is not really free anymore? Oh shit! Free speech, baby. Certain things you cannot say. But I say them anyway in real life, so maybe that's not true. Maybe, okay, so free speech on internet is not free. Which I guess it makes sense. No, it's free on the internet, just not on YouTube. Okay. But not in Hollywood. Well, I don't know, man. We're still pretty free here. Freedom. Oh, taxation. What that represent? Like we're not really to the taxation. I think is not freedom. To the extent that it has been created and operating. What are you most thankful for? The creator, the creation, and then my family, my friends, myself, the podcast. I think I've done this list before. Do you have any favorite radio talk show music? Do you have any favorite radio talk show or talk program that don't play music? No. I listen to podcasts now. What was the last book you read? So that means that I completely read it. Damn. It's been a minute. I've been reading the Bible. The last book I read, I was listening to Dune. But from what I heard about the ending of one of the last books, I don't even care. I'm not gonna finish it. I'm reading the Bible. I'm in Corinthians, 1 Corinthians. I can't recall. Definitely comic books, the Ninja Turtle comic books that I went over last time. I geeked out over. Yeah. Damn. I mean, I read, but this is a couple of years ago. When I read, who was it? Villa Incognito. Smoke blunts fatter than a burrito. My girl, that girl hotter than a Cheeto. Paper stack taller than Danny DeVito. What's your favorite online store? Unfortunately, Amazon. But I do like blanktag.co, which because it's with the stickers, which I don't have any available. What else? What other website that sells stuff? Santa Cruz Shredder. eBay is dope as fuck. I like eBay for selling, but that is a store. What band would you love to tour with and be a roadie for? Ooh. Damn. So I'm thinking like Mumford & Sons or Diplo's on a band or Marshmallow Man. What's his name? Marshmallow? A band. Dua Lipa's not a band. D12 isn't a band anymore. I don't know that many bands. Blink-182, I doubt they tour anymore. And imagine the fans that go. It'd be fans of my generation, but and probably older, which is fine. It would be fun, but I can't listen to the rock all the time. So maybe a rap group, Bone Thugs and Harmony would be dope as fuck. If you were to throw a message in the bottle in the ocean, what would it say? Whoa. That's a deep ass motherfucking question. If you were to throw a message in a bottle in the ocean, what would it say? I'm sorry for littering. Love, Chris. Last question, then we move on to the next section. Do you have a common sense? Do you have common sense, and do you think most people are lacking it in it? That was somebody was mad that day whenever they wrote this question. Again, we're reading from 1,000 questions about me, and you know we've been through some of them. I kind of just pick random pages. We still got a few. What will we do when these end? Who knows? We'll start bringing in more interviewees. We'll do like a section where we interview and then we'll just do the regular segments or whatever. Yeah, I have common sense. Do I think most people are lacking? No. Do I think some? Yes. All right. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back, my friends. All right, everybody. We are back at it again. So this week I'm not gonna have a series review, but I'm gonna have a dream review per se. So a while back I had this dream that me and the Odd Squad were in medieval times. And it felt like we had just gotten in trouble, like we were arrested. Or maybe I was, and I saw them walking. And, it was pretty interesting. But I should have looked up what it means to get arrested in a dream. I have to do that next time. But for this time, what it means to dream about being in medieval times. So dream-meaning.net says, dreaming about being in medieval times suggests that you are drawing certain comparisons in waking life to that of your impressions and beliefs about medieval times. Perhaps some old ways of thinking in your environment are holding you back, and you are either seeking changes or you are afraid of new changes. Meaning of dream.com. To dream of being in the medieval period means that you are planning to change some behavior that resembles what people used to live like in this time period. It would be best if you had a fresh start and you are thinking of starting with a change in attitude or community involvement. Dream-of.com says, to dream of medieval times represents a dangerous situation in your life where there is always the threat of total failure. People around you may be very risky or irresponsible with you. The constant threat of failure if your behavior isn't perfect, or feeling that your life is dominated by harsh circumstances. That's very interesting because as we grow up as kids, we're always taught that that's like the harshest of times, the dark ages, the medieval times. Even in modern media. Dreamsopedia.com rhymes. Dreams about the Middle Ages point to the womb and the feminine aspect of yourself. You need to take some time out for pleasure and leisure activity. Hard work and manual labor will eventually get you where you need to go. This dream represents a celebration of life. You have the power and knowledge to unlock the contents of your subconscious. Very interessante. Alright, moving on. So, angel number. Beginning a new series with 151. Sunsigns.org says, angel number 515. Oops. Well, I just saw a monarch butterfly. Cross paths with a squirrel. Alright, I meant to say 151. is a sign from the divine realm that you need to be strong and act as a leader and be in control of your future life. In other words, you have the potential attitude to keep focusing on your dreams. More so, being a leader means that you have the power to lead people because of the qualities you have. Angelnumber.org says that it is a reminder from your guardian angels to pay attention to your thoughts, beliefs, and actions, because they tend to manifest very fast into reality. This number indicates that your thoughts and desires are about to manifest soon. This will bring important changes in your life, which will be very beneficial for you. TrustedPsychicMediums.com says that it reminds you to be prepared for opportunities that have the potential to change your life. Also, have a good relationship with people, because you never know who can be the instrument of change in your life. Your guardian angels are holding your hand as you journey through life. The Secret of the Tarot.com says that angel number 151 enables you to unleash your full potential. Your divine guides want you to be happy. They are working with you to overcome the obstacles in your life. On your path. This is one of the most powerful signs you can receive from your angels. When you encounter it next, don't take it for granted. Listen attentively to what your angels are saying. The Angelnumber.org says that 151 is an expression of 7. The vibrational energy of number 7 is spiritual, and this leads us to listen to your inner voice. Since 151 reduces to 7, which is the strongest spiritual number in numerology. MysticMeanings.com says that it indicates a balanced attitude towards life. It implies spiritual growth, coherence in thoughts, and emotional excellence. The spiritual meaning of 151 corresponds to having emotional balance in key areas of life. You should maintain a spiritual outlook on ambitions to see if they don't grieve the conscience. You should maintain a spiritual outlook on ambitions to see if they don't grieve the conscience. Interesting. Yeah, a lot of those felt very symbolic to, or synchronous, I don't know if that's the right word, to my life at the moment. Alright, what's the next one? Alright, so I don't know if I've ever seen this animal in real life that I can ever think of. But I hadn't seen the hummingbird in a long time. I did the clip on it, and I saw a hummingbird. So maybe I'll see a wolf. An owl. But I did hear it one time. I heard it, and I heard it attacking some chickens next door. So I wanted to do owls. Because I also saw somebody on Instagram take a picture of a couple of them that they saw. And people see them. People see them all the time. They're pretty cool. CrystalClearIntuition.com says that owls... Oh, monarch again, sorry. Owls represent wisdom, knowledge, change, transformation, intuitive development, and trusting the mystery. They are tied to the spiritual symbolism of death, which brings about new beginnings with a higher understanding and evolved perspective. Owls can show up when you are being asked to listen to your intuition. RichardALois.com says that owl symbolism is interpreted differently throughout history and in different cultures. However, throughout the cultures, it is believed that the owl brings happiness, wealth, health, and love. In many countries, owls associate with wisdom, magic, and heightened sensuality. Owls are commonly also associated with wisdom, knowledge, and contemplation. WorldBirds.com says, owls are generally a symbol of paranormal wisdom, regal silence, and fierce intelligence. This is because owls are both great thinkers and hunters. They prefer to plan out their strategies instead of using brute force. While some cultures believe owls to be magicians or heralds of death, the white owl symbolizes wisdom and endurance. EnduranceWildlifePoint.com says that in Feng Shui, In Chinese philosophy, owls represent the yang spirit that is protective, wise, and perceptive in Chinese culture. Good fortune, wealth, and protection from bad vibes are all positive side effects of this yang, expansive energy. In feng shui, the owl is a symbol of increased wisdom and intuitive perception. Birdinghub.com. Being nocturnal creatures, owls are associated with darkness. For many of us, nighttime symbolizes the occult, unknown, and other mysteries. In some cultures, the owl is connected to the moon, which symbolizes feminine energy and fertility. Owls are not bad luck. These nocturnal birds are as harmless as black cats and breaking mirrors. Real spit, yo. Alright, we're going to take a break and then we'll get to the news and the badass woman of herstory and yeah. About to bust a freestyle. It's been a while. The G Child. Every time I say freestyle, that's what I go to. Every freaking time. We are also brought to you by Clean Cogs Energy and these little tops that are pretty cool. I got on Amazon. The best energy drink on the market, and I'm not getting paid for this shit, but I just like that the profits go. Somebody said, "Oh, you're addicted," and at work, and I was like, "No, they do whatever." I guess I am kind of addicted, so my addiction pays to help other addictions. The more serious ones. Yo. What did I say? Oh yeah, we'll be right back. Hey, welcome to the news. Welcome to the news. Anxiety news. Sorry, I gotta be specific. What am I gonna knock on? All right, so check it out. Now, I got this from Daily Motion. I couldn't find it again to pull it up, so I just put up a picture. But it was also reported by some other... there's one that was like 69 News, but it was like Channel 69 from some... I don't know where, but it was NBC or something. Anyway, scientists create trip-free LSD-based drugs to potentially treat anxiety and depression. While psychedelics like magic mushrooms or LSD can act as powerful antidepressants, they can also cause vivid hallucinations that limit their use. While psychedelics like magic mushrooms or LSD can act as powerful... NPR reports that scientists have synthesized a new drug based on LSD that can relieve anxiety and depression without the mind-bending side effects. And I'm going to add the addictive... But I wonder if it's not like a cure-all. Well, let's keep reading. We found our compounds had essentially the same antidepressant activity as psychedelic drugs. Dr. Brian Roth, study author and a professor to pharmacology at UNC Chapel Hill School of Medicine via NPR. NPR reports that the discovery could lead to faster-acting medications for anxiety that have fewer side effects and last longer. A large team of scientists focused on molecules that impact the brain's serotonin system, which plays a huge role in regulating moods. Ultimately, the team selected two, which is debated. I don't know what side I'm on. I mean, obviously serotonin makes you feel good. Ultimately, the team selected two molecules that were extremely effective at on relieving depression in mice. NPR reports that the team will still need to refine new molecules before the new molecules. Sorry, it's because it's like this. It's all jumbled close together. NPR reports that the team will need to refine the new molecules before they can be tested on people. If the approach proves successful in humans, it would help overcome a major obstacle for using psychedelics to treat depression. According to David E. Olson, a chemical neuroscientist at the University of California, drugs based on psychedelics take us a step closer to a cure rather than simply treating disease symptoms. According to David E. Olson, a chemical neuroscientist at the University of California, drugs based on psychedelics take us. I already read that. The team's findings were published in the journal Nature. Poorly written. It repeats stuff like several times. We'll be right back. With more Friday podcasts. All right. We have returned. And today on Badass Women of History. Oh, that sounds like Star Wars. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. I forgot how it goes. I forgot the music. Oh, that's just skipping tracks. Alright, check it. Mic check 1, 2. What it do? Keep it true with the crew. Alright, I'm gonna keep going, but not. Alright, so Badass Women in History of this week. So last week I talked about a show called Turn, Washington's Spies. And one of the main characters in that show, and in real life, one of Washington's real spies, her name was Anna Smith Strong. And strong she was, my friends. Born April 14th, 1740, passed August 12th, 1812. Oh, look at that, 812. Of Setauket, New York, was an American patriot. And I'm talking about the real patriots, not the demonized word of what it's been decided is now. Because of a few, And she may have been one of the only female members of the Culper spy ring during the American Revolution. Her perceived main contribution in the ring was to relay signals to a courier who ran smuggling and military missions for General George Washington. No information has been found concerning Anna's activities after the war, other than that she and her husband, Silas Strong, lived quietly in Setauket for the rest of their lives. Family. Anna married Selah Brewster Strong III, who was born on Christmas of 1737, and passed on 4th of July, 1812. That's interesting. He died like a month after her. He was born, but he's a little bit older than her. He was a delegate to the first 3 provincial congresses in colonial New York. He was also a captain in the New York militia in 1776. He was imprisoned in the Sugar House at New York City as a presumed spy, according to Rivington's Gazette of January 3rd, 1778. Family knowledge, glad I didn't say the 6th. Family knowledge has him later imprisoned on the prison ship HMS Jersey in 1736. Other works only mention his imprisonment on the prison ship. Wait, 1736. I guess that's when they built that ship. And previously mentioned family knowledge claims that Anna brought him food. Author Ryan Ann Hunter states that Anna eventually got Selah paroled through the influence of Tory relatives. Upon his release, he spent the rest of the war in Connecticut, with the family's younger children while Anna stayed on Long Island. So on the show, it makes it seem like she stays on Long Island because of Abraham, but in real life, she just stays probably for the ring. I don't know why she stays there. Maybe it'll say. I don't think it does. But in the show, it was for him, but she ended up, it was for two reasons. To help Spy, but also for him. Even though, like, they were in love. But he had married his brother's to-be wife because in the show, he accidentally caused a riot. Which I think the riot really happened in front of a school, and his brother died in the show. Strong's children were Keturah S., married James W. Woodhull. Thomas Shepard married Hannah Brewster. Also, so their kid did marry a Woodhull. That's cool. And one married a Brewster. So the kids married each other. Margaret, Benjamin, Mary, William Smith, Joseph, George Washington, and another Joseph. Oh. Mary and the first Joseph both died young. Thomas became a judge and fathered Selah B. Strong the fourth. He was oblivious to his grandmother's involvement in the Culper spy ring. Anna's father was Colonel William Smith, son of Henry Smith and grandson of Colonel William Smith, a justice of the Supreme Court established in New York in 1691. He was clerk of Suffolk County, New York, and judge of the Common Press Court of the county for several years before the American Revolution. Anna's mother was Margaret Lloyd Smith, daughter of Henry Lloyd of Lloyd's Neck. Don't know what the fuck that is. The Culper Ring, the interesting part. Continental Army Major Benjamin Talmadge began working with Abraham Woodhull in the summer of 1778 at the height of the American Revolutionary War to create what became known as the Culper Spy Ring. According to tradition, Anna Strong's role in the ring was to relay signals to a courier who ran a whaleboat across Long Island Sound on smuggling and military missions. In the show, they used, that was Caleb Brewster. She did this by hanging a black petticoat on her clothesline at Strong Point in Setauket, which was easily visible from a boat in the Sound, and also by Woodhull from his nearby farm. She would add a number of handkerchiefs for one of 6 coves where the courier would bring his boat and Woodhull would meet him. Historian Richard Welch writes that the tradition of the clothesline signal is unverifiable, but it is known that the British suspected a woman at Setauket who fit Anna's profile. Conversely, authors Brian Kilmeade and John Yeager suggest that she was an unlikely candidate to be the woman member of the Culper Ring. Haters. They claim that British law provided for lands to be confiscated if left abandoned, and they speculate that this forced Anna to remain on Long Island when her husband left for Connecticut. They further state that she had her children with her and her arrest would have left them parentless. So I don't know, but it seems interesting. I think I forgot how they describe it, how it happened on the show. Never know. Selah Strong was on Washington's list to be reimbursed for expenses incurred in connection with activities for the Culper Ring. Rose and Phelps speculate that the reimbursement must have been for expenses incurred by Anna, since Selah was in prison for much of the relevant time period. Agent 355. Abraham Woodhull wrote a message to Benjamin Talmadge to say that he would be visiting New York again, and by the assistance of a lady of my acquaintance, shall be able to outwit them all. Several historians surmise that Anna Strong was the lady identified as a 355, Talmadge's code for the word lady. She might have had her own reason to visit New York to see her husband aboard the prison ship where he was confined and to bring him food. If she was the one referred to, her main service on the trips would have been to divert attention from Woodhull. Again, Brian Kilmeade and Don Yeager suggest that Anna Strong was an unlikely candidate to be the woman member of the Cobra ring. It's speculated by Kilmeade and Yeager that a young woman connected to a prominent loyalist family who was staying in the city with her Tory relations may also be referred to as 355. This young woman may have even had encounters with Major John Andre and was able to retrieve information for the Cobra ring as well. In popular culture, AMC's Revolutionary War period drama Turn, Washington Spies was based on Washington Spies, the story of America's first spy ring. The book came out in 2007 by Alexander Rose. Heather Lynn plays Anna Strong in the series. In the show, she is depicted as a young woman in her early 30s who has no children of her own. However, she was in her early 40s during this time period, and authors state that she had children, but they were being cared for elsewhere by her husband, Silas Strong, after his release from the prison ship. As Agent 355, she is the namesake for FX's Why the Last Man. Yes, sir. I'm going to pick that up in a second. Thank y'all for joining me for another episode. Cheers to letting go of your fears. Let me try to drop a freestyle. My nose is stuffy. Smoke so much you can call me Puffy. Used to have a crush on Buffy, the Vampire Slayer. I used to think I was a player, but really I was just an asshole. Looking for the cash roll. Trying to get my cash swole. Looking for that ass swole. Looking for the bad chicks. Looking for the bad flicks. Now I'm looking for a calm day. Chilling with my arms at bay. Hey, I'm fucking up the rhyme, but it's freestyle off the dome this time. It's been a while since I dropped the motherfucking rhyme, so I need to work on it several times a day. I don't play, I just work. I don't stray from the law. What it do? What's up with y'all? Man, when the law, I mean the G code. Ever since I was a G, bro. Since the age of about 8. Fucking all the hate. Shake it off the, like some motherfucking what? Steak. Shake. Bake. Never ever been fake. Got the money that I rake. Shout out to SPM. Hopefully they let him out. Once again, I got a call coming through, but it's an 844, so you know what I'm gonna do. Reject it. I don't even respect it or inspect it, cause I heard that they can go through your phone if you answer. Man, that's some whole shit. I ain't a dancer, but when I drink enough, I might cut a rug. I ain't really buff, but I'm okay. Alright, man, that was a kind of like 2 minutes of bullshit, but I love y'all. Thank you for coming again. Peace. Until next time. We're gonna have guests soon. Promise.